Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? This is Rick from the Bestop marketing team, coming to you from my backyard once again. And I'd like to thank you for joining us. Thank you for submitting your questions. I'm going to get to answering those. Thank you for sending some pictures of your builds. I'm going to show those off as well. I also have a special section from our product marketing specialist who is going to do a how-to on how to operate a JK Trektop. So let's get started. I want to tell you guys about a section we're going to have on next week's show, so make sure to tune in for Light Bright is going to be on our channel answering some of their questions from their fans. Should be some interesting content, so make sure you tune in for that. Okay, let's kick this off with a viewer submission. This is from Sean Molitor, who sent us this before picture a couple weeks ago, and it was right as he ordered a Trektop Glide for his two-door JK, and this is what it looks like after. Thanks for sending that, Sean. We appreciate it. Keep those pictures coming. We'll pick out our favorites and feature them on this section. The next viewer build I want to show off here is from Britlin Burkholder, and she sent us this video of her new Trektop on her 2019 JLU. She also has a Trektop on her 2016 JKU, and she liked it so much she bought one for her JL. So thanks for sending that in, Britlin. Okay, this first question comes from River Cooper, and he asks, are you guys going to make a Supertop Ultra Trektop for the JK that retracts the whole way into the cargo area? And I'm going to infer that he means a Trektop Ultra, which we just released for the JL, and we've talked about on here. And the answer is yes, we do. We make a Trektop Glide, so that might be a bit confusing, where it's not called the same thing, and it's not identical in exactly the way that it retracts, but it does retract all the way to the cargo area and is still a fastback style top. So that has been available for a couple years, and it's been doing really well for us, and it's a super popular top for JK. So check out the link right here, and that'll take you to our website, and you can purchase it there or find any more information you need to. All right, next up is a question that's been asked a few times recently by specifically Glenn Mead, Sean C., and Russell Hogue, PhD, who asks some sort of iteration of, do you plan to make a video and/or instructions on how to remove the JL Supertop Ultra to reinstall the hardtop? It'd be nice to know how much has to be disassembled and what can stay assembled. Thank you. So that is something that I've added to a list, and I've let some of you guys know that I plan on doing a video like that and can feature it here on Top Talk once we're able to go back to our office and our Bestop vehicles where we can shoot this video. That is a great idea for a video. I'm going to run through real quickly what generally you'd have to do. Oh, my cat's coming to say hi. So generally what you'd have to do is very similar to converting the top. And you'd start with removing the rear windows, the rear window first, then the side windows. And then what you do is you go up to the front and flip the two header latches back, fold it into the Sunrider position. And these are all different variations of conversion that you can run on the JL Trektop or Supertop Ultra for that matter. And once it's in this retracted position, it's just going to be a release that is in the back in the cargo area that allows it to fold down into the trunk in a stowed position. Then what you do is you remove that assembly from the vehicle, and that ends up being a rather large piece of soft top, I guess, and that's going to be set aside in the garage, and then come back out and remove the door surrounds, which run around the outskirts of your door and create a frame essentially for the door to shut into. And then you'd remove your tailgate clips and you're all set to go, and you can put the hardtop down on top of that. I would estimate that it's going to take approximately an hour, I would say, half an hour to an hour, depending upon how quickly you're working and how proficient you are with converting the top. So that's a great question. I'm going to add it to my list of things that I could cover on a how-to on this segment. So thanks a lot for that question. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is an interesting one from a very interesting account named Joey's Cleaning Lady. And I have to show Joey's picture here. It's too funny to not show, but Joey's Cleaning Lady asked, can you pair twill windows with the vinyl top? And this was in response to the video I did on twill versus vinyl. And the answer is yes. I told Joey's Cleaning Lady that you can pair them, and you'd order them through our customer service. You can order just individual windows from them, and you can order it in a vinyl. It's going to fit. And I asked him, why would you want to do that? So what he said is that he lives on a commercial farm, and he always has branches scraping against the top. And, that was, he wants to get the benefits of the twill soft top and wants to have more replaceable windows. So that relates to what I said about the twill versus vinyl, that the vinyl is cheaper to replace if you are putting it in a situation where it could likely get damaged, I guess, or more likely to get damaged. So yeah, that'd be the answer to Joey's cleaning lady's question. All right, the next question is from Daniel Hayboyer, and he asks, what were the doors that are on that JL? And he's referring to this video where I've been showing clips when I've been referring to the JL Trektop Ultra. And these doors are two-piece fabric soft doors in the twill material. And they are available now on our website. The link is right here. And that will be something that is a great door for someone who likes to go out on the trail and remove the doors. They're actually pretty easy to break them in half and put all, I guess it'd be 8 pieces of them in the trunk if you have enough space. So you could go totally doorless. You could go a half door and run just a half portion that you see me doing here. Or you could, have a full door system for when you get off the trail and you don't want to have all the wind or, rain blowing into the vehicle on the way back. So it's a great option for those of you getting out there on the trail or just want an easy door to convert in the summer. So check those out. The next question comes from Shachar Shadi, I believe is how you say it, but I could be wrong. Where can I get the retractable sunshade for Jeep JL? And he's referring to a product I highlighted recently on this show, the sunshade, which is available for JK, that works for soft tops with one model, and the Sunrider for hardtop in one of our other models. And unfortunately is not yet available for JL. And I told him in my response to his comment that I believe we will consider doing this. Now, I don't want to promise anything, but I do think that eventually we will adapt that product for the JL, but I can't make any promises or offer any ETA on that. So unfortunately, I don't have a good answer for you at the moment, but stay tuned and we could be making that in the future. Okay, that concludes the question section. I'm going to move on to a section that is going to be interesting if you're looking at a Trektop. Lee is going to show you how to operate a JK 2-door Trektop, which I understand is not the same as a 4-door, which many of you have, but it does have a lot of similarities to it and how it operates.
All right, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about my soft top choice on my 2012 Wrangler JK here. And I'll say that when I bought this Jeep new, it had a hardtop, and it wasn't long before I peeled the hardtop off, got rid of that on Craigslist, and started having way more fun opening up and cruising around the way a Jeep really should be. So my first soft top choice was kind of a natural progression. It was what we call our Supertop NX, and that's a factory style top, but produced by Bestop. And I, for some reason, had it in my head that if I was going to have a soft top, it had to fold all the way back, because why else would you have a soft top? If it's going to be a soft top, it has to fold all the way back so you can enjoy it that way. And I did. I loved that top. I ran it for years. I told a lot of people about how much I love that top, and then finally I made the switch over to a Trektop style like this. And in the beginning, I'll say that it took me a little bit to get past the fact that it doesn't fold down. But once I had this top for a short period of time, I realized that that's pretty much a non-issue, and that I like this top better than the Supertop for a number of reasons. Whether you have a TJ, a JK, an LJ, a JL, a 2-door or a 4-door, it's all about the profile. The profile of the Jeep just speaks to all of us in a certain way, and it kind of evokes something from us whenever we see it. And there's really nothing quite like seeing that profile when there's nothing but a clean Trektop bikini on there. So that's one of the reasons why I really like the Trektop and gravitate toward that. So while we're talking about it, let's strip this thing down and go see that profile. So that's it. In a matter of minutes, we went from closed up enough to cruise up I-70 to open up. And when you're driving this thing, even though the top's not folded back behind you, there's sun above you, there's sun behind you, and for all intents and purposes, this thing is topless.
All right, that concludes today's show. Thank you for tuning in, and please keep those questions coming. You put them in the comments below or send us a message on social media, and we will do what we can to get them on here. So thanks again. Make sure you tune in next week for episode 5, and I'll see you then.